Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo, and we have a super exciting sneak peek today. This is insane. I can't believe this is actually happening, but let's dive into this. Greetings, agents. This is Scene Fragment, Marvel Future Fight. An evil power from before the universe awakens. His prison is broken. A god is coming. We have discovered an alarming number of symbionts have appeared on Earth as the hand of their dark god stirs beneath New York. We must prepare ourselves for the arrival of Knull, the villainous god of the symbiotes. Hell yes! Wow! The king in black. Oh, this is super exciting. You see the emblem there on his chest. Let me scroll this up a little bit. All right, let's watch this. Oh, it's so freaking cool. Yeah! Yeah! Agents, prepare yourself to challenge the new difficulty of this intergalactic threat, Legend. New difficulty, Legend. Hint, hint, hint. The fight against this powerful cosmic will soon begin. And this is something I haven't seen in some time with Marvel Future Fight, and that is a whole lot more likes than dislikes, which I am happy to see. This is spectacular. New World Boss Ultimate, yep. Or maybe a new game mode, yep. I would absolutely agree with that. You could definitely speculate that. Matter of fact, let's just get out of here. So, they say a new difficulty in Legend. Well, Legend definitely doesn't mean Legendary Battle because we don't have a new movie. So, you'd have to assume that it's probably going to be, I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating. But maybe a new World Boss Ultimate, which would be fantastic. I would be so excited to be playing against Knull, and since Knull isn't a mutant, he would probably actually have the resources that we would need in World Boss. And then they say another difficulty, which could mean, and we can only hope, that better rewards. We can only hope for better rewards. But I'm really hoping that Knull is also a playable character. You know, and I saw some comments before about how Knull, that characters like Knull are so powerful, they shouldn't be playable characters like Galactus. I hate to break it to people, but Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet is insanely powerful. Jean Grey, the Phoenix, has fought, well, not Jean, Rachel Summers' Phoenix has fought Galactus and won in the comics, and yet she's a playable character. So those arguments are actually irrelevant because the game has never cared about the power levels of characters. They've never cared. They just put whatever in the game. They just put whatever character in the game and give him a certain power level. Look at Adam Warlock. Look at Adam Warlock. He is absolute trash, yet his power levels are ridiculous, right? And this is the opposite of what we're saying about the other characters. You know, characters being too strong. Let me see. Where's old Adam? You know, this guy here should be way stronger than what he is. But he's not. He's not, right? Because Netmarvel's never cared about that stuff. They've never cared about it. Here, let's use another example. So this is the argument of, you know, this character shouldn't be playable because they're too powerful. Odin. Odin is the All-Father. He is ridiculously powerful. And yet he's a playable character. You know, and is he on the same tier as Knull? I don't think so. But you know, those arguments about certain characters not being playable, I just don't think it's a very good argument because the game just really doesn't care about that stuff. They never cared about it, so why should they now? And I'm really hoping that Knull is a playable character. I hope, you know, the World Boss thing would be amazing, and I'd be super stoked about it. But give us him as a playable character, and you know, and this part sucks. You know, he's going to be a native tier 2. If he's a playable character, he's going to be a native tier 2. Guarantee it, guarantee it. And what I think they might do is similar to how we acquire Silver Surfer. You know, we acquire Silver Surfer through Galactus GBR. Well, I think what they might do with Knull is maybe we acquire him through a new World Boss, like what we had to do before back in the day with Thanos and the other Black Order and the Black Order characters. Now, I could be wrong. I mean, I'm just speculating. I have no idea. But that would be kind of cool, and it would kind of bring back the old a little bit, and I actually would kind of like that. I think that would be cool. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. But I would really love to see us be able to acquire him through beating the world boss, because then everybody can acquire him. And nobody needs no help like what they do with GBR to try to get Silver Surfer bios. They could just... And by the way, speaking of GBR, Knull could be a new GBR boss. Easily. Which I would be happy about that too. I would be freaking flipping out. But I'd honestly prefer it to be world boss, just because you could play it every day instead of, you know, what they would probably do is make it once a week like Galactus, and that just kind of sucks. You know, when you can only play it once a week, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's cool. We get to play it that one day a week, and I love playing Galactus. But I don't know, I tend to forget about it, to be perfectly honest. Maybe some of you do too. Again, let me know in the comments. I just really would prefer it to be an everyday thing where we could play it, get more materials. I mean, if it is a new GBR, you know, give us more rewards. But if it is GBR, it's going to be that whole thing where a lot of the newer players, they're going to be, you know, needing help to try to get through the new GBR so they can hopefully acquire bios. I really hope the acquisition of bios is really through a new world boss facing Knull. I think that would be absolutely insane, but if we got a new GBR, I would be totally on board with that too. Now, it's just some of us veteran players are probably going to have to step up and help out some of those other players, which is fine. It's no problem. But really, the bottom line is just give us better rewards. Just give us better rewards for these game modes. If you're going to implement this new game mode, then just give us better rewards. They're saying, you know, they're going to have increased difficulty. So you got to give us the cost to reward ratio when we're facing these world bosses. This is something that Marvel has done very badly throughout the game for the last couple years, and they really need to improve it. But I am so excited for Knull. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Please be a playable character. And I think he will be, but I just don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up too much for that, because if he is just a world boss and he is just a GBR, I'll be happy. But I won't be, you know, personally, I just won't be as happy. I think he should be a playable character. I want to play with Knull, and I'm sure a lot of you do too as well. So what we're going to do today is another ABX guide for Female Combat Superhero Day. And this is the team that you're going to be running with. Now, this is probably going to change. You know, we got that sneak peek for Scream, who's probably going to be a combat character. She could be a speed character, and she's going to probably be getting an awakened skill. So you can almost bet money. Netmarvel's really been pushing these awakened characters. You can almost bet money that if she's a combat, she'll probably be the new meta. So this guide will probably get outdated pretty quickly, but we'll see. I thought since it is Female Day, we'll go ahead and use them. And you could just use Minerva, because Minerva does have the Paralyze on her fist skill, and that's what you need to cancel the Beast Roar. And that's why she's also on the team, plus she does good damage. And luckily, my Minerva is actually built pretty well. She-Hulk is the main damage dealer. You want her for that leadership, increased fire damage by 65%, which is buffing herself. She does get the extra HP buff. And then you want Valkyrie for the 45% damage out to supervillains. And I do have a CTP of Insight on my Valkyrie. As far as She-Hulk, well, actually, as far as my Minerva build, you know, 24,000 physical attack, you know, max attack speed, 52 crit rate, 185 critical damage, max more defense, max skill cooldown. She has all 5-star Urus, first gear and last gear at 25. She could be built a little bit better. I could actually put some critical damage Urus in here. All of her skills are 6, and really her 5 is the one that's the most important, because this is what you're going to use to cancel the Beast Roar. And then she has a fully awakened Power of Angry Hulk set. She also has a CTP of Energy with a 200% damage proc, and she does have a Mythic Uniform. And I do have all the uniform options except for Punishers here, which is for crystals, which I'm not going to buy. But if I did have it, I could change some stats around and make her even stronger than what she is. And something to note about Minerva is when you're playing her, her Paralyze comes when the spaceship shoots its beam. So we'll hit the fist skill, and there's no Paralyze. Boom, there's the Paralyze right there. So at that first shot is whenever your Paralyze is going to enact. And while we're here, All you got to do is wait for the beast. He'll take a step back at 2 minutes and 8 seconds, 1 minute 18 seconds, and 35 seconds in the run. The beast will take a step back. As soon as it takes a step back, hit your 5, wait a second, and then hit 3-5. Or just wait till the spaceship flies out of the screen and then hit 3-5. So we'll do it again. You'll hit the 5, spaceship flies out of the screen, 3-5. There you go. And then after that, you won't have enough time to use that 5 again. Just use the 3, cancel 5 after it to try to get a little bit more damage while you're waiting to tag in She-Hulk. Okay, whoops. And as far as my She-Hulk, she has 23,700 physical attack. She has 128 attack speeds, max crit rate, 160 critical damage, terrible critical damage. She has max ignore defense, max skill cooldown, and 59% dodge. I do have a CTP of Rage on my She-Hulk, so she's got terrible dodge, terrible critical damage. We could do way more damage than what we're about to do, for sure. She does have just 2 Odin's Blessings. The rest of her Urus, her physical attack Urus are Mythic. They're 6-star. And then most of her other Urus are Mythic as well. Except for this dodge right here and this dodge right here, which I really should bump up. And then all of her skills are at 6, and really with She-Hulk, it's pretty easy rotation. All you gotta do is hit her 3rd skill for the damage accumulation. And you don't want to sit there and wait around. You don't want to wait around for the beast to attack you, because what you might find is that you're going to do less damage if you're just horsing around. So it's really just kind of RNG luck, hoping that the beast jumps at you whenever you have the accumulation up from the 3rd skill, because you do have to take damage to do more damage. So I just hit the 3. And then I just go into the 1, and then the 2, and hopefully that proc will engage, and then I'll hit the 5. When the proc engages, jump down, and then go into the 4. And that's pretty much that simple when you're running a CTP of Rage. It's pretty much that simple. But again, this girl might get outdated. She might get replaced very soon. I wouldn't doubt it one bit. The good thing about Red She-Hulk is that everybody should have her that was playing during the update whenever he was in the future past, and they gave us 20 free bios, which I'm praying to God they do in the next update for whatever character. And hopefully it's not a free-to-play character. Hopefully it's like they do it like what they did with Red She-Hulk, where it's a paywall, and they can give us the 20 bios, you know, just 20 bios, just so everybody could get the character. But we'll wait and see. She has a fully awakened Power of Angry Hulk set, and she does have the CTV of Rage and no uniform. So let's jump into the ABX action, and let's rock and roll. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so I'm just going to hit that 3 and start running through my skills, try to get that proc engaged. The proc engaged, we hit the 5. And you really want that proc to be engaged while your 5 and your 4 are going on. There's the proc engaged again. And sometimes you might have to do this run quite a few times, because, you know, the CTB of Rage really is a major RNG freaking proc. I mean, sometimes it engages too early, sometimes it engages too late, and it really throws off the timing of your skills big time. That's one thing I really love about damage procs and the CTP of energy, is that you can almost guarantee if the character does you know, enough hits, that they usually trigger the proc pretty much on point every time. It's a way more consistent obelisk in my opinion. But the Rage will do more damage, and that's pretty much why I have one on my Red She-Hulk. Get her, girl. Well, get her, get in. That's what I should be saying. So 2 minutes, 8 seconds, the beast is going to jump in the middle of the screen. We're going to land, and then he's going to jump over there. There he goes. We're going to switch to Minerva. Now watch. He's going to take a step back. Boom, he took a step back, and then I hit the 5, and then the 3-4. As soon as he steps back, that's when you want to hit your 5, and then the 3-4. Notice I hit the 3-4 again afterwards. I didn't want to wait for that 5, so we could get a little bit more damage out of there. Or out of Minerva is actually what I should say. And you see my score up there, and that's what I mean by RNG based when it comes to damage procs. I only got, 2.2 million the first time. And, I say only because of my account, that just isn't that good. And we're definitely going to beat it this time. I mean, we were able to hit 1.5 million, about a minute 30. So I do think I could hit, 3 million, maybe a little bit more than 3 million with Minerva on a really, or I'm sorry, with Red She-Hulk with a really good run. But I'm not going to be here all day trying to do it. I just don't have the time. So watch. So take a step back. Boom, we took a step back. There we go. 5, 3, 4. And it's easy as hell canceling this Beast Roar with Minerva. It's so, I mean, you could just use Minerva for your damage dealer. You know, all honesty, if you don't have Red She-Hulk, you could just use Minerva, no problem. And still put up a respectful score. Alright, let's do it. But, you know, right now, Red She-Hulk is the King Ding, or I should say King Queen of ABX, but I really do think she's probably going to get replaced. But we'll see. I have no idea. I'm just speculating. It's hard telling. But let me know in the comments, you know, what you're all hoping for with Knull. I mean, do you want him to be... I mean, personally, I mean, if he's GBR or a world boss, that's freaking amazing. But I want him to also be a playable character. That's something I'm really, really hoping for, because I want to play with Knull. He's such an awesome character. I want to play with him. And, you know, I'm thinking maybe a lot of you do too as well. So let me know in the comments, you know, how you're all feeling about there. And there, the proc engaged late. Bastard. And that happens sometimes, man. But we already smashed that previous score that I put up. See if we can get 2.8. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. So a little over 2.8 million. I really think I could probably hit a little over 3 million with my current build. But again, I'm not going to play this 20 million times trying to get it. I had to play this, you know, for about 15 minutes or so just to do this score. So let me know how you're all feeling about Knull. I'm super, super excited about it. Let me know if you think Red She-Hulk is going to get replaced by maybe Scream. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.